you, what up? Welcome to my channel. I'm Maryam. In today's video, we are doing another episode of Makeup for Real Life, which is a series that I like to conduct on my channel every couple of months or so, specifically to teach you some makeup tutorials for the real life, for the real light, and for real life situations. So today's topic is makeup for fall. This is it on the face. I gotta say, this color combo is one of my absolute favorite color combos, and I usually only wear it in the fall weather season. So I'm really excited to put this video together for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. This is one of those that I like to do for the feel-good vibes, for the tutorial aspect of it, just to like walk you through some tips and tricks and how to switch up certain aspects of your makeup just to help you look and feel your best in real life. So with that said, let's get into this video. Remember to subscribe if you aren't already, notification bell for Wednesdays and Sundays videos. And now let's get into this video. Makeup for Real Life, Fall Edition 2022. Here we come. Okay, so my skin right now is prepped. I just used a toner from FARMACY, which really feels kind of like tightening on the skin. I don't remember the name of it, but I will look it up and I will pop it up here. It's FARMACY's 2% BHA toner. So now, the next thing that I'm gonna do is actually go in with the Yummy Skin Glow Serum from DANESSA MYRICKS. This one is in the shade Main Squeeze, which has like a slightly golden undertone, but really it's pretty transparent. I'm using this one solely on the perimeter of my face where I want to glow extra hard. I feel like with the weather changing, the skin always somehow loses its luster. So for me, it's important to bring back that luster. And this is an ideal serum to do this with. I don't really use it as a primer so much. I use it literally as like a glow enhancer, as a serum, just to add a little bit of that natural radiance to the skin. Like that. Next, I'm gonna reach for the Balm powder, also from DANESSA MYRICKS. This one now I'm gonna use as like my essential base or as a primer slash foundation, but I'm kind of gonna give you different options on what to do in the fall season. Okay, so the shades that I'm gonna be using is 6 and 7. My skin, as you can tell, is still a little bit sun-kissed. It's not like back to its full winter glory. It still has a little some. So I'm gonna use shade 6 in the center of the face and then shade 7 in the perimeter just to add a little bit of warmth. I'm gonna use a stiff brush like this. These two products together pair beautifully, especially if you have oily skin like me. So the serum will add the glow, whereas the balm powder will smooth and it will control your oils. So right now I'm applying it just to the center of the face, as you can see, kind of as my primer, just smoothing any crevices, kind of like evening out the skin tone, a little bit on the center of the forehead, getting rid of any unnecessary shine while keeping the necessary glow. And because this is a product that needs to be stretched, I'm going to kind of stretch it out with my fingers and just really melt this and blend this with my skin. Of course, if you're watching this video strictly for the eyeshadow tutorial, then by all means skip all of this and go to that part. I just want to show you what I do, or what I've been doing lately, since the seasons have started to shift, you know, since the weather has started to change a little bit. I know a lot of people love fall, but we don't have a great fall season in New York. It lasts only about a week, 2 weeks at best, where the weather is just like really nice in the 70s, and then afterwards it just gets really cold and very windy, and the humidity does not help because it just makes any weather condition more extreme. So because I live in New York, I'm not a lover of the fall season. If I live in California, however, it'll be a different story. Maybe then I'd be all about them pumpkin spice lattes. Can't even say it properly. Like, doesn't even roll off the tongue well. Picking up shade 7, a lot more saturated and a lot more tan, but I'm gonna use this to warm up and to round out the forehead, to bring some dimension. A little bit underneath the cheekbone, pinch underneath the jawline. You see that? Very, very subtle, but effective. Okay, so now if your skin is already good, if you don't have any acne issues, you can kind of just set this or add your concealer on top. But I'm gonna go a step further. I'm gonna reach for my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I totally forgot about this product, but this was a favorite of mine in the winter time when it came out. And so now that the seasons are changing, I wanna bring it back and I wanna reintroduce it to my makeup repertoire, if you will. So I'm grabbing shade 8 Neutral, which is a olivey shade. Just gonna dot some everywhere. Just a few dots here and there. And then I'm gonna use this Lawless foundation brush and just smooth it out. So now this I'm using strictly for coverage, for adding a little bit of glam, and also bring it back to like my actual normal skin tone, and just like to make everything work together. I do have some acne scars over here on this side, so I'm using those stippling motions just to kind of buff them in, a little bit on the forehead, and there you have it. I'm gonna take this Dominique Cosmetics blender sponge and just tap into some of those areas where I might have applied too much product, just to sheer it out a little bit, like in the freckles area where I always like to be more natural. So I always kind of like lift off some product from the cheeks. So for me, most of my breakouts and most of my imperfections happen in this area. And then the top of my cheekbone hardly ever breaks out. It does at times break out, but it's not that bad. Similar with my forehead, so I generally don't need as much coverage there as I do in my jawline. Like that. Okay, not bad at all. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Jones Road, the face pencil, shade 9 is what I'm using. And I'm just gonna cover up some of these individual bumps. I don't wanna add too much product on top. And this pencil is great. I've talked about it in so many videos before. What's great about it is that it doesn't seem to add like a layer of product. It just covers up the spot without looking like a thick paste, you know? And I think for some of these bigger breakouts like this, that is the key. You need to find a thin enough product, something that's pigmented but light when it comes to texture, so that it doesn't add actual physical texture to your texture that's already happening on your skin. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with this product. I also like to cover up just some freckles, some strategic freckles that could potentially be sunspots, I'm not sure. And then I just tap it out with my finger. This side of the face is worse today than this side of the face, but this one has a couple of breakouts too. I always break out when the weather shifts. My skin is best in the summertime. In fact, I always wear SPF. I'm a mineral SPF lover, addict, you can call me. But even with the mineral SPF in the summertime, my skin is still getting tan. It's still seeing the sun. And for some reason, whenever my skin gets exposed to sun, it just thrives. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but when I was younger, I would literally lay out in the sun without any SPF, just so that my pimples would go away, just so that my skin could heal. I used to do this like regularly. This was of course before I knew that the sun was not that great for me and for my skin, but for some reason it was always really good to my acne. Maybe that's another reason why I'm not a huge fan of the fall and winter, because that is when my skin breaks out the most. Okay, so now that I've covered up strategically, I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape for brightening the under eye. Right here, right there, and then maybe a little bit on the chin. I'm gonna keep it light today. I'm not gonna do any of those like lifting tricks or anything like that. I just want a little bit, a tiny bit of brightening under the eye. Shade I'm using is always shade medium. This is the shade that I use in the summertime and also in the wintertime. I'm using this Hourglass brush. And then once I've blended out to my liking, I'm just gonna remove any patchiness, any borders, and also just melt it with the rest of my skin so that you don't see any harsh variations between the textures. Next thing I'm gonna do is add a little cream blush. So I'm gonna go for Persona Cosmetics Multi Blush Stick in the shade Teddy, which is like a beautiful nudie brown. And you guys know how much I love the shade Bubble of the Multi-Stick, so this is the same formula, but a different shade. Kind of like a peachy nudie brown, if you will. So still a blush tone, not a contour, not a bronzer, still on the blushy side, but just like a lot more neutral, a lot more wearable, a lot more in the fall tone category. I'm gonna actually go ahead and blend that out with the same brush. Formula of this is divine. So easy. And this color is so pretty. Like it's almost not a blush, but you definitely can't mistake this for a bronzer. And it's so subtle, but so very effective. I love it. Next, setting everything in place. I have to set everything in place because I'm just that girl and I have to kind of do it quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the under eye first. I'm gonna use my damp Beauty Blender sponge and kind of bick that in, but I'm not picking up an excessive amount of powder. This isn't your 2016 baking method. This is just like literally pressing it in and just sealing it in, just to give it that smoothness. Also gonna go around the nose and just like this whole triangle from the outermost point of the nose to the outer corner of the eye. And you know what? While I'm at it, I'm also gonna set the pore zones too. And I'm gonna lightly set that blush. So this is not something that I typically do in the summertime because I find it to be a little bit heavy, a little too much makeup for the summertime. And also I don't need this much coverage. But in the fall season, my skin can handle more makeup, more coverage. I also feel that more makeup kind of protects it from all the elements. So it's kind of what I do. If you wanna bake, you can. I'm just gonna show you. So doing this does create a very subtle contoured effect without actually contouring. So I'm gonna keep that there for a little bit just to show you what I mean. All right, and then for the rest of my face, I'm gonna use a brush and I'm gonna lightly dust and stamp the powder in place wherever I need it. And basically the rest of the face is my forehead because I definitely applied powder to the center of my cheeks, not so much to the perimeter, and then I did the reverse contouring with the baking method, which I will keep for a little bit just so I can show you what you can do. And this is not necessarily a fall thing, you can do this all year round. I just don't do this in the summertime because I find it to be too much. I'm gonna move on to the eye makeup now. I'm gonna do bronzing and powder blush after, but first I want to show you guys my favorite color combo for fall, especially for that transitional weather in between summer and fall where it's not yet Thanksgiving colors. Like, we're not in fall yet to be wearing super rich browns and cranberry shades and like these bronzy gold rust shades. Like, although I love this color combo, I feel like this is definitely more into the holiday vibe of fall than into the September, early October vibes. So I'm gonna show you basically my favorite color combo. Are you ready for it? Also, where is my eye primer? Okay, fine, no eye primer, no biggie. I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape, a dot of that and a dot of that. I'm gonna blend that out with my brush. Bring it all the way up to the brow bone. You don't need a lot if you're using Shape Tape, you need just a little bit. And then I'm just gonna seal that with powder. My trusty, my reliable one size. And now for the fun part. I'm gonna grab a neutral crayon. Actually, this new multi-use eye stick from REM Beauty in the shade Lunar Eclipse. So this is like a light olive tan shade. So I'm gonna use this to kind of map out a shadow on the outer portion of my lids, kind of like along the eye socket and winging it out a little bit. I'm gonna work with one eye at a time to blend that out. I'm gonna use this Rare Beauty now, not to be confused with REM Beauty, Rare Beauty brush, specifically for cream and for stick eyeshadows. Just gonna buff that out, just like that. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. I think mixing cream eyeshadows and powder eyeshadows is very, very easy. And it's a sure way to get your eye makeup to appear professional. Cream shadows are, in my opinion, a lot easier to manipulate and blend out than powder eyeshadows. So combining the two of them looks like a lot more work than you actually put in. That's why I love doing it. All right, so now that I've blended that out, you can kind of see the map out and it looks very precise. It looks very, very clean. So now for the fun part, I'm gonna pick up a colorful palette. I'm gonna use this one, the I Am palette from TRESLUCE Beauty by Becky G. And I am gonna go for the super bright yellow color. Why? Because yellow is my favorite color, not just for fall, but for any occasion. I love yellow. Yellow is very sunny. It makes me feel happy. When I meditate, I sometimes think of like a bright yellow color or like a sun ray filling my whole body, and it just always makes me feel very positive. Plus, I have a lot of good associations with the color yellow from my childhood. It reminds me of my grandpa, and so yellow just makes me happy. And it's a great color for fall. So basically what I'm gonna do is start stamping that onto the center of the lid. Also, I want to say this is a really, really, really nice yellow eyeshadow. It's very hard to formulate a great yellow eyeshadow, but this one is really good. And I've had this palette for a while, and I specifically keep it for this yellow. I don't know if I actually really reach for other colors, but this yellow is like my go-to. Basically, I'm just filling in that gap and kind of just washing this color into the cream stick. And look how gorgeous that looks. Like, together, this just looks like a beautiful fall leaf, right? At least it does to me. And honestly, that's pretty much it. It is so, so easy to do. I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush with a little bit of this shade here. This one's called Resilience. Dip the tip of that in there. I'm just gonna warm up a little bit in that transition, like that. Super, 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 super subtle. But maybe I didn't even need to do that, honestly. I'm gonna add a little bit of gold in the inner corner using this shade Vibrant. Just like a classic gold, not too yellow, not too orange, not too champagne-y, just like a sandy gold eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna take a brown liquid liner, either the Huda Beauty Life Liner Cookin' Easy or the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist in the shade Matte Wood. Actually, I'm gonna use both. So I'm gonna etch out a wing, a tiny wing, with the Huda Beauty first, just because it's very precise. And then like that, just connecting it. Fill it in with the other liner. And look how pretty that is. Now I'm gonna repeat that on the other side. So again, just a subtle wing and then filling in the center. And then if you wanna be extra sassy, you could always add a little bit of that inner corner liner which I'm gonna do just a teeny tiny bit. And that's essentially it for the eye makeup. So now I'm gonna whisk away all of that powder from my face, just making sure that everything is powdered down. But see, when I get rid of that powder, you can actually see the contour line quite clearly. This is why we bake. Honestly, that might be a little much for some of you, so I'm gonna grab a bronzer from one size. This is in the light trio, and I'm gonna use the darkest shade here, which is like a light for me. And I'm gonna set the rest of the forehead, basically the perimeter of my face where I never applied powder. I'm gonna set it with that shade. I'm also gonna smooth out that line a little bit. And then the last thing I'm gonna do for the face is add my blush. For blush, I'm gonna use the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Divine Blush Duo in the shade Paradise Glow, which is a very warm, rusty, brown sort of blush shade. I'm gonna go for the brighter color, add that to my cheeks and kind of into the temple area. And once again, I'm just gonna pat down with my big old fluffy brush for the face, just to make everything blend together like that. Very fall appropriate. Next, waterproof mascara. Essence Double Trouble Waterproof is what I'm using. Refer Lash Curler. For this look, it's totally up to you whether you want to add falsies or not. I guess as with every look that I do on camera, I want it to be customizable to you. So if you want to be inspired by this and wear this to a glam event, by all means, add your falsies and take it up a notch. But if you just want to wear this for an everyday event, if you just want to have a pop of color on your lids with the yellow and the brown liner, then you're probably good to go with just a coat of mascara. And maybe you don't even need to add the inner corner liner. Maybe that's a little too fancy. But just whatever you do, however you'd like to implement any of my tutorials or videos, feel free to adapt them to your lifestyle and to whatever works for you for the real life. My plans today are to have dinner with my bestie. She's actually coming over to pick up some products. Actually, 3 whole IKEA bags worth of products that she usually donates on my behalf. Essentially, it's just gonna be a chill day for us, but I still wanna look cute for my bestie. All right, so now finally for the lips. I'm about to introduce you to my new favorite lip combo, something that I've been wearing a lot lately, and not just in the fall, but I think this is a totally fall appropriate combo. Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Gifted. I'm gonna outline my lips. I'm outlining just a cupid's bow, and then I'm connecting to the actual lip line and corners of my mouth. Outlining the bottom center just a pinch, and then meeting with the actual corner of my mouth. I'm gonna fill in the corners, kind of feather the color inwards, leaving the center blank. So then for the lip color, I'm gonna also reach for Rare Beauty. This is the Kind Words lipstick and lip liner collection, and the shade of lipstick is Fun. So these two are not matching lipstick and lip liner. The lipstick color is much lighter, but watch what happens when I put them together. Magic happens, just like the prettiest fall lip color combo ever of all time. I love this one so much. It's so genius. So then I'm gonna take Gifted once more and just smooth the lip line, just like that. And essentially, this is the look. I'm gonna reach back for the Pat McGrath blush. I'm gonna add a smidge of this lighter shade on top instead of my highlighter. Just like a hint of glow here, but nothing too crazy or serious. And also here, a little bit on the nose. And now the face is complete. Fall ready, and ready for action, and ready for the real life. I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite makeup for real life makeup looks that I've done lately. It's just so wearable, and it's so like elegant and so well put together. I love how everything is kinda pulling away from the center of the face, if that makes sense. I love how the cheek and also the corner of the eye and also the brow is being lifted into the heavens above, if that makes sense. I love how the colors are working together. I really, really am obsessed with this lip combo. It's just so pretty, it's so flattering, and it just makes me feel really well put together. I love this blush shade. Basically, I like everything about this look. So now I'm actually gonna show you what this looks like outside and also in real light. All right, back in the studio lights. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching, for subscribing, for being awesome, for sticking to the end. If you have any questions about anything that I just did, if you need links for anything at all, for any of the brushes that I used, let me know below. And of course, I'll be more than happy to provide any of that info for you. So with that said, I'm zooming on out, inviting you to check out more of my videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Peace out, and I'm out.